Hey everybody, welcome to our Kickstarter page for Smoke the Vote. My name is Sean O'Donnell. I'm actually the writer, producer, and director of Smoke the Vote. And we appreciate you stopping by our page. And hopefully you'd like to be part of the project and help us get this thing funded so we can get it on screen. If not, we appreciate any support along the way that you can give us, whether you just follow the production or in any way possible, or spread the word about us. We'd really highly appreciate it. A little bit about myself real quick. I've been in film and television production at some level for the last 15 years. I started off as an actor and still am. And over the past 7 or 8 years, I've produced over 100 projects myself and with other companies. They've been ranging from anything from their lowest budget commercial to music videos, high budget commercials, short films, feature films, industrials, pretty much you name it, live comedy performances, a little bit of everything. And it's led us to here. This script was written about 6 years ago. It has been shelved since then, and it's just a matter of timing and funding. Smoke the Vote actually came to me in a dream that I had. And I wrote the synopsis down, woke up in the morning and knocked out the first draft of the script, and that was about 6 years ago. It's been shelved on and off. I've written different drafts. I just have never been able to really put the whole thing together and get it shot. I look at that now as sort of a blessing in disguise. It's come a long way in the development of the characters and the storyline. It's definitely grown a lot, and in this day and age, I just thought it would be a great storyline to get out there for people to see. The concept of the whole film ranges around the legalization of marijuana on a national level. It's basically the government decided that they were not winning the war on drugs, or their quote war on drugs, and they decided to combat it a different way by legalizing or putting to vote the legalization of marijuana on a national level in order to take away the supply and demand from all the illegal activity that's going on. The interesting twist about the story, without me giving anything away too far, is that when this does or doesn't happen, there's a backlash from the drug dealers, and this creates a whole different era of chaos that's going on. The story centers around a small, fairly innocent group of people that are pulled into there or have ties to the people that are involved in the top. There's also corrupt politicians and whatnot that carry the story too. But we'll leave it at that so we don't spoil it too much. But that's pretty much the story in a nutshell. It's a very interesting story. One of the things I do want to make very clear, since there is a lot of different opinions about whether marijuana should be legalized or not, the storyline in no way represents anybody's true opinion or thoughts on our cast or crew, or including myself. That this story has nothing to do with that. This is a narrative story. It's fictional. It's just an interesting take on a situation that could possibly occur. And we'd like to tell the story, and we'd like your help to do that. Now, one of the things, well, actually, probably the main question that you're going to have is, where's the budget going to go? What is the funding for exactly? Well, obviously, the cast is very important. We're fortunate that right now we have 2 cast members locked in that are national touring comedian actors. Aaron Kleiber and Tony T. Roberson are 2 of them, and you might see them at local comedy clubs all over the United States. You may also have recognized Aaron Kleiber in TV shows such as Super Ninjas on Nickelodeon, countless commercials, and several feature films also. So we have a really quality cast that is diverse and can bring different momentum to different scenes in the film. Because the film is, I can't really classify it as just drama. There's some comedic twists and things to it, so it's going to take some versatility, and these guys bring that to the table. And there are some other possibilities for some even larger name actors that have verbally agreed to do this, but this is all dependent on the budget, of course. I'm also fortunate to have a good core crew. Obviously, I'm directing. My director of photography is John Zeller. I've worked with him for probably about 7 or 8 years now. And if you were to go to my company's website, which is resiliententertainment.com, Resilient Entertainment is the company behind the production side of this film. The demo reel on there represents work from me and John Zeller together. So everything on there he's had his hand in. And with having him behind the camera to help me tell the story, I think we can really have a great story come out of this. So very much looking forward to working with him again. And I'm sure that it'll be appealing to your eye too. Other expenses include locations. We're pretty fortunate that the way that I wrote this story, the majority of it will take place in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. There will be some scenes with Washington, D.C. that may be stock footage that's purchased to plug in there. And we may have 1 or 2 scenes that are shot in Baltimore, Maryland in the Inner Harbor area if we can't mask that for another area. But most of the shooting will be pretty contained into the city area. So that'll help us out a lot. On top of that, music and post-production and sound. Music, we have a band, it's a Pittsburgh band that tours all over the place. Their name is Good Brother Earl. They've been around for a long time, fantastic musicians, and they've already agreed to help us out with some of their original music. There's also a few musicians locally around my area that I work with occasionally that are going to help us score the film too. So we'll have all original score and original music. And John Zeller, who is our DP, will actually be the post-production supervisor, and he'll be the main editor, so he'll be the guy in the editing chair pushing the film through the end. So hopefully that'll really help us push the story also. Now, we know a lot of you out there would probably love to be involved with the filmmaking process, and for that reason, anybody who does donate with us, we do have many reward tiers we put in there. I believe right now there's between 20 and 25 reward tiers from anybody ranging from donating $1 on up to whatever amount they like. We have some very unique packages. We're going to be doing distribution of our DVD of the movie, and that will probably be distributed a month or 2 after the first premiere happens or first film festival happens. Now, we know that a lot of you would probably like to be a part of the filmmaking process and be a part of this project, and you may not have a lot of money to give, and we totally understand that. So we started our reward tiers at $1, literally $1, and that gets you in, on up to unlimited amount of course. Now we can appreciate the fact that there's a lot of people who would love to probably be involved with the project and may just not have the funding to do so to help us out, and that's fine. The littlest you can give is $1, so we start the reward tiers there. We have some very unique packages. We're going to do some photography postcards from behind the scenes. They're like collector's edition postcards. We're going to have t-shirts and artist prints also. We have a fantastic illustrator. His name is Wintus Gibson, who did some artwork for Smoke the Vote for the main logo. And we're going to have some limited edition t-shirts for different tiers. And you'll be able to get the artwork in a couple of different sizes and either framed or unframed. And they are limited edition. They'll be signed. Very cool artwork. So that's one of the other options. We're also going to do the DVD of the movie, which we'll probably distribute probably about a month after the premiere or first film festival, depending on how what progress we make with the film. So that's there. So there'll be some autographed scripts from the cast, some unique packages, that can be had on there. But we appreciate any help. Just the fact that you're sitting here and checking out our video and looking at our page, we appreciate that. Can't thank you enough. And if you can't donate anything, just please spread the word to anybody who you might think wants to. And once again, we really appreciate you taking the time to check out our page. And any help is appreciated, and any spreading of the word is appreciated. So hopefully we'll see you at the premiere.